Dear students, we will start with the new chapter or new particular topic called surface area and volume. So this is very important for 9th standard as well as 10th standard students. I'm making a common video so that even 9th standard, for them it will be introduction, and for 10th standard that will be the revision for you people. And this is one of the important class for you to solve the problems which is based on surface area and volume. See, already you know whatever you have learnt in 6th standard, 7th standard, that is rectangle, circle, these all are called two-dimensional figures. What does it mean? So only two dimensions, length, breadth, or radius, 2 times radius is required. So in case if you take area of a rectangle, length into breadth, whereas area of a circle, pi r square. So two dimensions are required to represent this particular figures. But whereas in case 3-dimensional, we need 3 dimensions. That is, see, if you take this particular cuboid, how many dimensions are required? Length is required, breadth is required, and height is required to represent the 3-dimensional figure. So then what is the difference between the curved surface area and total surface area? See, this is the example for the cube. So cuboid, see, in case of cuboid, see, there will be 6 faces, and the 6 faces will not be same. Okay, how many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top face, bottom face, and all are the lateral faces. So when do we say curved surface area, CSA? So if we include the area of these 4 lateral surfaces, we call it as lateral, or so in case of cuboid we call it as a lateral surface area. In case of cylinder and sphere, in case of cylinder, sphere and cone, we call it as a lateral surface area. What does it mean? See, only if we measure the lateral or curved part of the figure, if you measure the curved part of the figure, we call it as a curved surface area, or in this case it is lateral surface area. So what I am going to do, I am going to see how many faces will be there in case of cuboid. There will be 6 faces, I showed you. See, how many faces will be there? 6 faces will be there. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4. So this opposite to this 4, 5, and opposite to this 6. Total 6 faces will be there. I am going to open that particular box. So there will be one base, and it is going to have particular length and particular breadth. On that there will be 4 lateral faces. So I am going to open that up and I'll keep it for you. So this is the height. See, length, breadth, and this will be the height. So this will be the length and this will be the breadth. Okay, so this will be the height, and one face here. On this particular there will be one more face, and height will remain same. This height will remain same across all the faces. So I am going to draw that height and one more height. This height will remain the same, and this top surface, this is the bottom surface, and for what top surface, this will be the length and this will be the breadth. Length, breadth. Now, so this is 1 and 2, bottom surface, top surface, and 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all called lateral faces. Fine. See, if I want to get the total surface area, I need to add all the areas, then I'll get the surface area. I only want surface area. So what is the surface area? I need to measure these, all the faces. I need to add them, then I'll get the surface area. How I'm going to get? See, you know, all are rectangular faces. So for this, length into breadth. What is the area of rectangle 1? That is length into breadth. what is the area of a rectangular 2? That is length into breadth. Then what is the area of rectangle 4? That is the h into L, L into h. What is the area of rectangle 5? That is again L into h. What is the area of rectangle 4? That is C, h into B. Then what is the area of a rectangle 6? That is h into B. So if I add them, I'll get total surface area. See, 2LB plus 2BH plus 2BH plus 2HL. So if you take 2 common out, LB plus BH plus HL. So this is the total surface area. Then what about the curves? Lateral surface area. In case of cuboid, it will be lateral surface area. So why we call in that way? Because so these are normal faces. So they are oriented laterally. So we call them as a lateral surface area. In case of curved surface area, so in case of cylinder and all, their area will be in the curved shape. So that is the reason we call it as a curved surface area. But both are one and the same. So what about curved surface? Lateral surface area. Lateral surface area is equal to lateral surface. What we need to ignore? So this will not see. Only 4 faces are there in the lateral surface. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are lateral surfaces. So we need to just add them then to get the lateral surface. So this is not oriented laterally. So only 4 faces are there. So what are those faces? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only these 4 are lateral surfaces. If we add them, then we'll get the lateral surface area. So where we are now, see, this is area of rectangle 3 plus area of rectangle 4 plus area of rectangle 5. Let me adjust the focus. Area of rectangle 5 plus area of rectangle 6. So then what will get? Area of rectangle 3, B into L into H. Area of rectangle 4, B into H. 5, L into H. Then 6, B into H. So 2BH, 2LH, which is equal to 2 into BH plus LH. So what I am going to do, see. So for cuboid, lateral surface area is equal to 2 into BH plus HL. You need to note this down and you need to know the logic, then you can remember the formula. So in this particular chapter, so how many? So cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, right circular cone, and I'll tell you when we call them as right circular cone, then sphere. So in the first part, we are going to study about the lateral surface area and curved surface area. In the second video, we are going to learn about the volume. Okay. Now, in case of this, so you are going to find, see, lateral surface area, total surface area and volume. So total how many we have? 5. Cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere. Total 6. 6 into 3. 18 formulae you need to remember. Is it easy for you to by heart that one? If you by heart that one day or 2 days you are going to retain it. After in the third day, on the third day you are going to lose one or other element in the formulae. So how do we remember that? How do we come out of that particular problem? Only thing is you need to remember the logic. You need to understand the logic. Then only it will be easier for you to retain the formula in your mind. See, lateral surface area is 2 into BH plus HL. How we got? I explained it. Next, total surface area is 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. So this is lateral surface area and this is total surface area. So please note this down. So I am going to erase this part. Next, in the next we are going to study about cube. So again, how many faces will be there in the cube? 6 faces. But what is that? All the faces will be equal. All the faces will be, the dimension of all the faces will be equal, and the area of all the faces will be equal. Suppose if I consider all the faces are equal, then we call this as a cube. So how many faces will be there? Again 6 faces will be there. Wait. How many faces will be there? Again 6 faces will be there. So this is bottom face, top face, and lateral faces. Third opposite is 4, 5, fifth face, and to this side 6th face. Total 6 faces will be there. And what is that? Length, suppose length, breadth and height will be equal. A, length, breadth, height. Okay. So again we'll open that, we'll write the structural figure. See, bottom and lateral faces, bottom face, lateral faces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please wait, sorry. So for cube, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the areas will remain the same. So A, all the dimensions will remain same. Okay, all the dimensions will remain same. Then total surface area is equal to area of all the squares. 6 squares will be there in the cube. So area of square 1, area of square 2, plus area of square 3, plus area of square 4, plus area of square 5, plus area of square 6. So A into A plus A into A. So everywhere it is same. See, A into A. For this square you consider A into A. For all the 6 squares it will be A into A. A into A, A into A, A into A, sorry, A into A, plus we need to add all the areas. 1, 2, 3, 4th square, then after that 5th square, then 6th square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A square plus 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 A square. Total put together 6A square. This is the total surface area. You remove area of 2 surfaces. So this 1 and 2 if you remove, you will get the lateral surface area, that is LSR is equal to 4A square. So for cube, so please note this down, and this will be for your reference to understand the logic and to understand the formula. Okay. Now what is the total surface area here? So total surface area is equal to, total surface area of a cube is equal to, so 6A square, and the lateral surface area of a cube is equal to 4A square. And how you understood. Okay, next cylinder. In case of cylinder, see, if this is a cylinder with radius R, so what is the surface area? So if you open it, this is cylinder in shape, if you open it, it will be like this. So what is the dimension of this? This will be 2 pi r. If you take the perimeter of this, if you open it, when you split it open, it will be 2 pi r. This will be 2 pi r. And what about this? This will be the height. If I call this as cylinder ka height, this will be height. Then what is the area of a cylinder? So curved surface area, I am covering only curved part of it. Curved surface area is equal to 2 pi r into h. I am considering only curved surface area. This, see, This is 2 pi r, this is perimeter. If you open it, they see this length will be perimeter. If I cut open this will open and it will come out like this. So wait. Now see, this is a cylinder and this is circular in shape. Top and bottom you can see it. This is circular in shape. If I cut open this, it will become rectangle. See. Now, this is 2 pi r and this is height. So now if you see, if this is a height and this is the length, so height and length 2 pi, so curved surface area, this will be the curved surface area 2 pi r into h. Next, what is total surface area? If you include the area of top and bottom circular region, the top face and bottom circular faces, if you include them, then it will be total surface area. So therefore total surface area is equal to curved surface area plus area of these two faces, that is pi r square. So 2 pi r square. So 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square, which is equal to 2 pi r in both the case common, 2 pi r into, so h plus r or r plus h. So here in case of cylinder, total surface area is equal to 2 pi r into r plus h or h plus r. In case, what about curved surface area? We will not call it as a lateral surface area, and I have given the reason. Curved surface area is equal to 2 pi r h. That's it. Next comes cone. So please note this down. So in case of cone, see what I am going to do. So if this is a triangle, so if I place a string, if I attach, see, if I fix this and if I rotate the string across this, what you are going to get? You are going to get a figure like this. So then if it is a base of a triangle, so if this vertex and whatever the line segment joining this vertex and the base of this particular triangle, if it is perpendicular, if this is 90 degree, then we call it as a right circular cone. Right circular cone. So what about this? If this is not 90 degree, then it is not a right circular cone. So for this, see what I am going to do. I am going to cut this open. So I am going to place this. So it will look like this. Circle. Okay. So when I cut open this, it will look like this. So if this is the height, I am going to cut across this. This is the height, and this is the slant height. We call it as a slant height. This is L. So I am going to cut this into pieces. And I am going to place like this. When I stack them together, so it is going to form a circular. It is going to form a circular figure. So then area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height. Fine. Height across all the triangles is L, because this is the radius. So when I keep on adding this triangle, I cut into different piece of triangles. So when I place them together, so this cone, when you weave it from the top end, it will look like this. When you weave it from the top end, see, look at the birthday cap. That is a perfect example for right circular cone, and try to look it from the top end. So you are going to observe like this. So when I cut this and when I place all the triangles, when I stack them up means place one after the other. So what will happen? See, half into base into height. So half into, so base will change B1, if I call it as B1, B2, B3, B4 up to N, nth triangle. Half into B1 into L. L remains same across all the triangle, L, plus half into B2 into L plus up to half into Bn into L. But you know it is going to form a circular. This is going to form a circular shape. So what I am going to do, half into base into, so in place of base what I can write, 2 pi r into L. L is same across all. So 2 ones are 2. So 2 will get cancelled. It is pi r L. That is pi r L. So this is curved surface area of a cone. So we are talking about only curved region. So this is curved surface area. Then what about total surface area? Total surface area means, so on the top there won't be any surface. At the bottom of the cone there will be a round circular surface. So that is the reason pi r L. This is the curved surface area plus surface area of the bottom. If you include, you will get the total curved surface area. Sorry, total surface area. Sorry, to the curved surface area. If you include the base area, that is base circular area, you will get the total surface area, that is pi r square, which is equal to pi r into r L plus r or r plus L. So in case of cone, what is the total surface area? Total surface area is pi r into r plus L, and curved surface area is pi r L. Okay, so please note this down. So if you have any difficulty, you are feel free to contact me. Next is sphere and hemisphere. Cube, cylinder, cone, sphere, hemisphere. So did we miss anything? Cube, right? Cylinder, okay, cuboid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sphere and hemisphere. So perfect example for sphere is what? The ball that you play, football, the tennis ball that you play, that is a perfect example for sphere, and even volleyball. So what you do, you take a ball, that is cricket ball, and try to take a thread and try to wind this region. Try to wind that particular ball, cylindrical ball, with that thread, and it should cover entire surface of the ball. So try to wind it across the ball, and it should completely cover the surface of the ball. And take out the thread, and whatever the so try to find the radius of the ball, and try to draw the 4 circle using this particular radius. Using this 4, what you are going to do? Take a thread and try to wind it across the circular ball. That is a perfect example for sphere. And what you are going to do? Measure the radius of this particular ball, and using that radius, draw 4 circles, and try to cover these circles with this particular thread. Cover these circles with that particular whatever the thread. So whatever thread, see, it is going to see the length of the thread which covers the ball. Whatever the thread which it has covered, take out that thread and try to cover these 4 circles. Cover these 4 circles, and whatever thread which is there, it is completely cover the 4 circles. What does it mean? So area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Area of a circle is equal to 4 pi r square. In this experiment, what we found? See, try to wind the thread across the ball, and whatever the thread, whatever the dimension of thread, whatever the length of thread you used for this, take out that thread and try to fill these circles. Whatever the circles you have drawn using this particular radius, so whatever thread that you have brought, so it completely fills the entire 4 circles. So what does it convey? The area of a circle is equal to 4 pi r square. Area of a sphere is equal to, so total surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. So in case of sphere there won't be any difference between total surface area and curved surface area. Okay, see, we are covering entire area, so there is no difference between curved surface area and total surface area. But whereas in case of hemisphere, so half of the sphere is nothing but hemisphere. See, so if you take a curved surface area, exactly half of it. So in case of hemisphere, so curved surface area is equal to half of total surface area of the sphere, that is 2 pi r square. Then what about the total surface area? Total surface area of a hemisphere is equal to total surface area of hemisphere is this curved surface area plus, if we include this area, if we include this particular circular area, 2 pi r square plus this area, that pi r square will give me the total surface area of the hemisphere, that is 3 pi r square. So this completes your total surface area and curved surface area of all the 6 figures, and I have given the logic for all the 6 figures, and only you need to do is, so please note this down. What I am going to do, I am going to give it in the form of a table, so you need to understand it, you need to by heart it. So how you are going to write it? With the logic. See, figure or shape. Next, total surface area here, lateral surface area or curved surface area. Fine. So first we'll start with the cuboid. What is the total surface area? 2 into LB into plus BH plus HL. Next, what is lateral surface area? 2 into BH plus HL. So we are not going to include bottom surface area and top surface area. So this is cuboid. Then cube, 6a square, this is 4a square. Any confusion? No. Next, cylinder. In case of cylinder, what is total surface area? That is 2 pi r into r plus h. What is, do we call it as a lateral or curved? Curved surface area, that is 2 pi r h. Then right circular cone. What kind of cone? Right circular cone. When do we call right circular cone? So the line segment joining the vertex of the cone to the base of the cone should be perpendicular to the base. If it is perpendicular to the base, then we call it as a right circular cone. If it is not perpendicular to the base, whatever the line segment which is joining vertex and the base of the right circular cone, if it is not 90 degree or perpendicular, then we will not call it as a right circular cone. So in case of total surface area for right circular cone, so that is pi r into r plus L. So here it is pi r L. Next, sphere. So there won't be any difference between total surface area and curved surface area, that is 4 pi r square. How I have demonstrated an activity. So I explained you an activity. So in that activity we learned that total surface area of the sphere is equal to 4 pi r square, and it will be equal to curved surface area, that is 4 pi r square. In case of hemisphere, what it is? Total surface area is 3 pi r square and curved surface area is 2 pi r square. So please note this down, and if you have any difficulty, please let me know. and in the next class we'll go through the volume for all these 6 figures and how to remember it, what is the logic I am going to explain you. So thank you.